Bienvenue dans la magnifique ville de Munich. Ici, on n'est pas là pour l'Oktoberfest. On est au BMW World pour découvrir l'un des concept bikes les plus incroyables qui a jamais été créé. Et on va avoir la chance de discuter avec l'équipe en charge du projet, qu'on va aller rencontrer tout de suite. Bon, eh bien, on est avec Raphaël Eltrop qui va nous présenter le vélo. So, Raphaël, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Raphaël Eltrop, and as you mentioned, I work from BMW since 20 years, and I was involved in this wonderful vision bike from BMW.
First, can you explain us why does this concept exist?
Yeah, sure. That was actually in 2021. My boss had an idea. He's living close to Munich, but he lives like 20 kilometers outside of Munich. And he was having the idea traveling to work with a bike. But actually it took too much time for this long distance. And he said one day, why not traveling faster with a bike? And then normally that 25 kilometers per hour, that's possible. And then of course there are the speed pedelecs that drive 45. But then with the speed pedelec, you're not allowed to cross parks or bicycle pathways, and there are nice bicycle pathway here in the south of Munich. And he said he want to drive this bicycle pathway. Why not possible? And then he came up with the idea, why not changing between those 2 or 3 modularities of bikes that exist already. So that was actually the idea, and then it came up to, we came together with some engineers, and that's why it could be possible. And of course there's a regulation, but we have to find a way how the regulation can be, let's say, tricked out, that is legal to use it in each way you want to use it. So that was the idea. And then we had the idea of doing a concept bike and showing that that's possible. So that's all started there.
Raphaël m'explique ensuite qu'en tant qu'acteur de la mobilité, l'un des rôles de BMW est de provoquer des réflexions et des discussions sur les nouvelles manières de se déplacer et aussi de jouer un rôle d'information et d'éducation auprès des responsables politiques en charge de faire évoluer la réglementation. Avec le iVision AMBY, l'objectif affiché de BMW est d'attirer l'attention de ces décideurs politiques pour faire évoluer une réglementation vieille de 100 ans. Et c'est lors du salon IAA Mobility en 2021 que le constructeur bavarois a choisi de présenter pendant un show regroupant toutes les innovations du moment ce concept qui démontre par l'exemple qu'il est techniquement possible de circuler avec le même véhicule à des vitesses différentes selon l'itinéraire sur lequel on se trouve, avec une précision de 10 cm.
So as I mentioned, we have this huge battery. It's like 2,000 watt hours that reaches up to 300 kilometers if you drive with a 25 kilometers per hour. So it's a really huge range, and it's still 180 if you drive with 60. We have these 3 different modes. We have this 25, 45 and 60. It's you won't change it here because it will be changed automatically via GPS. And it shows, we have a display here, and it shows up when it changes the mode. And from the outside, from the back, we have this small display here, and it shows also these 3 different modes here, and it changes automatically. Yeah? If you're driving fast, you need as good as possible brake system. So we took their trick stuff on. We have a rotor of 220, I think it's on front, and 200 in the back. And this is a trick stuff Piccola in there. So this was the smallest one we can get to really get into the right bar.
The handlebars.
And then we have this daylight running lights, very bright from the front. And also on the back we have this tail light and brake light in the seat post as well.
I can notice also a few other bicycle parts. We have the intent force and shocks.
The shock system is integrated here, but it's also an intent one, and front is from intent.
And we have Crank Brothers wheels too.
That's true, yeah. That was really hard to get it because it doesn't exist actually. The Crank Brothers is not possible to have it as a righty.
Wow.
We have here the pinion drive unit, the NGU, with a 12 gear changing as an S-pedelec version, and we limit it up to 60. So yeah, automatic gear shifting there. The frame here is really single molds of aluminium. So it's just for the reason that it's a prototype, we milled it out of a full body of aluminium. The weight is almost like a real bike. It's quite nice, about 20 kilos something. So, but of course this is a prototype. And
How can someone change its speed
yeah,
regarding like where he is? So there is the manual mode and the automatic mode.
always automatically, because we don't want the customer to cheat. So
Okay.
it's not allowed to drive then faster than the 25
Okay.
kilometers on the bicycle pathway. So how does it work? Actually, you have to be very precise. So we said we have to be more precise than 10 centimeters of accuracy. So we have a antenna in there, and we have a dual band for GPS. Also a sensor fusion system. That means we not only have the GPS signal itself, we have a wheel sensor. So we measure how fast you're going.
Yeah.
And if there, for example, is a building or reflection of a building or a tunnel, you don't have a signal, of course. With a sensor, you can avoid having no signal, because you can, up to 1 minute, predict the position with a wheel sensor. So it's a combination of GPS, wheel sensor, and calculation by torsion and acceleration. You should have a ride, maybe. if
Maybe.
you're interested.
I should have, right? Of course I'm interested. Allez.
Ce qui m'a plus marqué pendant cet essai, c'est que le vélo est très facile à prendre en main. Il est parfaitement abouti en termes de position de conduite et de fonctionnement, il est très maniable, tourne bien, freine bien, accélère bien. Même la position qui se veut sportive avec des poignées rudimentaires, pas parmi les plus confortables que j'ai pu essayer, s'est finalement révélé assez agréable à l'usage. Le niveau de finition et de détail est tout simplement exceptionnel pour un prototype, et certains vélos de série que j'ai pu essayer pourraient s'en inspirer.
So, Antoine, how was it?
That's I'm getting a bit emotional, you know.
That's good. That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
reaction, actually.
What's interesting is that it's quite rideable.
Yeah.
That's a very nice bike to ride.
Yeah. Also, the ergonomics, you liked it?
Oh yeah, sure. Even the
It's very
position.
sporty, actually, but
Yeah.
I think it's nice to ride. Yeah.
Yeah, and so even if the grips are not very comfy, like the position is still good. You know, like it's yeah. I would see myself actually using this type of bike.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Maintenant que j'ai pu avoir toutes les informations utiles sur la partie technique et que j'ai pu essayer le vélo, place à un autre gros morceau, la réglementation. Et ça se passe avec Clemens, qui est responsable de la communication chez BMW et qui va tout nous expliquer.
Clemens,
Oui.
let's talk about regulations because it's a big topic on this bike.
It is, definitely. So this is kind of a new generation of individual mobility devices we see. There are influences from the bike industry, there is influences from the motorcycling industry, and we try to match them together into a new visionary mobility device. That means that there is maybe not black or white answers in between, and this is all about the regulation of a market. So if you have a look all across Europe, there are so many different regulations about pedelecs, S-pedelecs, can you go on bike lanes or not. So especially the northern countries of Europe, they have, I would say, a little bit more advanced solutions in terms of how you can use such type of bike. This one goes more into the direction of maybe motorcycling, like an entry-level motorcycle opportunity while you are pedaling. So just imagine two things. We are talking about motorcycle possibilities where you have to wear a helmet, maybe special clothing, have to have a driver's license.
Insurance,
Insurance.
license plate.
That's it. So on the other hand side, we want to also use it as maybe an entry-level 25 kilometers an hour limited cycle, maybe for a 16-year-old boy or girl. So we have to, first of all, bring some technical features to the bike to identify the person who is riding. currently we are discussing with various different, I would say, regulation authorities, and it's like an open discussion and we don't know the answer yet.
Clemens poursuit en m'expliquant qu'ici la difficulté n'est pas tant technique. Selon lui, il faut surtout arriver à entrer en contact et convaincre les décideurs de revoir la réglementation. Et c'est un travail lent qui peut prendre des années avant d'aboutir à quoi que ce soit. Comme beaucoup, j'ai été frappé par l'investissement de BMW pour produire un engin dont le seul but est de faire évoluer la réglementation. Sur ce point, Clemens m'indique que c'est tout simplement le seul moyen de parvenir à faire bouger les lignes, car pour provoquer une réaction auprès des décideurs, il fallait que ces derniers puissent avoir sous les yeux un exemple concret de ce que la technologie permet de faire, et pas juste de présenter des idées.
What can we expect from BMW after this? BMW is a company involved into mobility, 4 wheels, 2 wheels, a bike. Can we expect more bikes from BMW?
Why not? As an individual mobility solution company, we are thinking in various categories and aspects. Within the BMW world, you can also see bikes already BMW branded, so normal pedal bikes. And on top of that, you see motorcycles. So we have this range of products already, but this is one of a special type or kind. So why not? This visionary moment can come true, but visionary is for the moment not a production bike.
Okay, that leaves us with a lot of food for thought. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bon ben voilà, je suis trop content, d'ailleurs ça se voit, trop content d'avoir pu essayer ce vélo. Ça fait 1 an et demi que je cherche à l'essayer, à poser mes mains dessus et puis mon petit postérieur. Donc un immense merci aux équipes de BMW Allemagne qui ont rendu ça possible. Également un grand merci à vous d'avoir regardé cette vidéo et j'espère qu'elle vous a plu. En tout cas si c'est le cas et si vous voulez en voir d'autres, des vidéos comme ça, eh bien abonnez-vous à la chaîne En Roue Libre et puis je vous dis à la prochaine et d'ici là, kiffez très fort.